I'm in my canon cave. I'm not prepared for anything. Usually I just get into it and just do it on Comic Book Canon! That's right, I'm a little bit distracted. I got all these things going on all at once, trying to put the show together. Got people texting me, hitting me up. Big things happening tonight. Big things happening tonight. We got Chris, my partner in crime. He's got big things happening tonight, too. Oh, it's another variant, for God's sakes. Another Journo's variant. Well, Chris, how are... There you are. I was a little worried right there, but yeah.
Oh, Madison. That's Madison. He wanted to say hello, but then he...
What's up, Madison?
Camera shot.
Virtual high five.
Yeah.
You're a cute guy enjoying the hotel. Enjoying the hotel life, am I right?
Yeah.
Kind of. All right, yeah.
White fuzz all over me, but we'll make it work.
I got to tell you, man, going into the show 20 minutes before, I'm like, dude, we're ready. We're put together. We know what's going on. And literally a minute beforehand, I'm texting with somebody that needs to be part of the show, going back and forth, and literally the intro's going on. But you know what? We're here today. It's a Friday. We're here. It's the first time in the comic cave, the canon cave. I'm going to spruce this up into my studio. It's going to be something you all can be proud of. I don't know what I'm going to do yet, so I'll take any of your suggestions, but something is going to happen to this space. It's going to be a nice little studio for comic book canon. I'm excited to have it because there's a lot more I can do here. Chris, how are you?
It's good, man. You know, it's been a crazy few weeks. Still in the hotel, but making the best of it. We are moving forward. Progress. I just went to the home today. There's drywall in the bathroom.
Progress.
Oh my goodness. So I'm just I'm feeling a little bit of weight lifted. Happy to be here tonight.
You know what? I'm happy you're here, but I'm also happy all these good people are here as well. We got X11 Bravo. We got Planet Arizona Comics drive. He's catching us on the drive home. Man, guys, I don't know how you do that. Sicilian Comics, what's up? Michael Katz, what's up? Cheers to you. If anybody's asking, that is a Yingling. Who else do we got? House of L Comics, how are you? NTTN, how are you too? Mr. De La Torre, it is canon time. Who else do we got in here? All you good people. Jordan Nori, how are you, buddy? Good to see you as well. All right, I am so excited. There's a lot of good reason to be excited, Chris. A lot of good reason. It's been a crazy week, and it kicked off on it just kicked off on something huge. I can't put my finger on it, but I will say this, Chris. I'm a huge Spider-Man fan. I don't know if you knew that.
I'm a huge Spider-Man fan.
No. Well, I'm a huge Spider-Man fan too.
No. I live and breathe Spider-Man.
Wait a minute.
What? Did we just become best friends? Yep.
That just happened. We did become best friends. We've been good friends for a long time. Shut your hole. That was just a little fun thing that we had to do for y'all. I'm just feeling it. But anyways, as you all know, this little thing called Spider-Man No Way Home, well, the trailer dropped finally, and it is crazy to say the least. Crazy to say the least. So you know what we're going to do? We're just going to play this thing. If we get kicked off, it was nice. It was great having you on Comic Book Canon this week. Check it out.
Oh, look at this. This is a good one. Some suggest that Parker's powers include the male spider's ability to hypnotize females.
Stop, come on.
Yes, my spider lord.
Can we just stay up here all day? It is so crazy down there.
That's right, folks. Spider-Man is in fact Peter Parker.
Listen, I did not kill Mysterio. The drones did.
The drones that are yours.
Does any part of you feel relieved about all this?
What do you mean?
Now that everybody knows, you don't really have to hide or lie to people.
For the record, I never wanted to lie to you. But how do you tell someone that you're Spider-Man? Now everybody knows. But this isn't about me. This is hurting a lot of people. I've just been thinking about how to fix all of this.
So, Peter, To what do I owe the pleasure?
I'm sorry to bother you, sir.
Please, we saved half the universe together. I think we're beyond you calling me sir.
Okay, Steven.
That feels weird, but I'll allow it.
When Mysterio revealed my identity, my entire life got screwed up. I was wondering if maybe you could make it so that he never did.
Strange. Don't cast that spell. It's too dangerous. Fine. I won't. The entire world is about to forget that Peter Parker is Spider-Man.
Wait, everyone? Can't some people still know?
That's not how the spell works.
So MJ's gonna forget about everything we've ever been through?
Stop tampering with the spell.
Oh my god, Ned, he's my best friend. Oh, my Aunt May should really know.
Stop talking!
What just happened?
We tampered with the stability of space-time. The multiverse is a concept about which we know frighteningly little. The problem is you trying to live two different lives. The longer you do it, the more dangerous it becomes. Be careful what you wish for, Parker. Hello, Peter.
Okay.
I plug in there.
Okay. Yeah, I was supposed to take that out. We're not sponsored by PlayStation, unfortunately. Chris, I'm just going to go to you first. What? Give me your thoughts.
All right, Madison, you know, you're supposed to be helping out with the show, and now you're in here. Dude, okay, I'm supposed to be talking about Spider-Man, but my cat's over here wanting me to play fetch with him because he's really a dog. Look, here's my thoughts. I watched this trailer probably 25 times by now. It literally broke the internet record. It was at 55 million views after like 24 hours or something like that. Absolutely crazy. Well, here's the thing. I don't like when trailers give so much. You had such a B, C, of where this movie goes into its climax. But so I would have rather not had so much in a trailer. I talked about this before when it comes to movies in general. But at the same time, I was just blown away. I think there's a lot more, obviously, than what we know and what we see. I think, how previews, they take certain things and they make you think they're happening at the same time and they're really not and everything. But as soon as I saw you the first time watching it, I didn't really pay attention to like the lightning or anything. The first thing that I saw was the Goblin Bomb and then Willem Dafoe's laugh. And then, of course, the Doc Ock's tentacle and Alfred Molina coming out. I can't wait, man. I can't wait. This is crazy. I remember long ago when there was just nothing but rumors about, they need to do a Spider-Verse with Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield, which still, I don't even know if they're going to be in this film. But I was a proponent of saying, I don't see them doing that because of this. But if they do, it's going to be a very, very small cameo. So overall, though, looking back at where I was and seeing this, I'm just like I can't wait. I think I'm almost anticipating this movie like I was anticipating Endgame. The only issue that I had, but it's a trailer, I'm sure we're not understanding the whole thing, is that Doctor Strange wouldn't have mucked up a spell just from Peter Parker talking. So there's got to be more there. But how about you?
People have their theories. That ain't Doctor Strange playing an Arizona comic. I don't know how he's doing that driving and watching and chatting. But also, I think Marvel just slipped us the tip. Play on words. I like what you did there, but I think you're kind of right. Here's the deal. I don't know, guys. I have a problem. And I'm a huge Spider-Man fan. Have been ever since the age of 3, I'd have to say. I am I don't know if it's the state of my life right now, the state of our environment globally, or I'm numb. In that trailer, I was numb. I wasn't affected either way. It's not to say I'm not excited about this film, but I'm not surprised by these things either. I think, in a way, we're a bit desensitized to these huge, ambitious things that they put on screen in the MCU, and I'm not knocking this at all, guys. I am not knocking this. But I just felt numb, Chris, and I can't pinpoint why. I'm excited about it. This is obviously another ambitious direction for the MCU. I'm excited to see where they take it. I just don't like. I wasn't as hyped as everybody else, and it leaves me wondering why. So
yeah, I mean, I hear you, and I appreciate how you express that, because you made it clear that it's not this intentional. Yeah, whatever. It's just it's just the emotion in you, and you can't really. Sounds like you can't really pinpoint it.
It's like the Venom Let There Be Carnage trailer. I was very much mad on that because
that got to.
I thought it was bland as fuck. This was a dynamic trailer with a lot of cool shit in there, and finally, the official reveal of Doc Ock returning from. He's supposed to be obviously from the Raimi-verse, So that opens the door. Obviously, we had a tease of Green Goblin. That opens the door to Toby and Andrew, but like I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know. I'll tell you what. That last Shang-Chi trailer, super excited for the film now. So maybe it's a build-up for me. I got other things going on in my life. I'm super distracted. Yeah. It's just weird how I'm reacting to this and how it's very. Again, I just didn't have an emotional effect like I normally do with these things.
I will say this: if I saw that trailer 2 weeks ago, with everything going on in my life, it wouldn't have meant, because I'm still, and not to get all deep and emotional, but these last couple of weeks, I've really, comic books. I'm like, comic books, but I'm just there's a burnout feeling. I just had no desire. I haven't read a comic book. I haven't bought a comic book, and I'm just like, whatever. It's been tough getting the energy to make videos. That's when life gets in the way of things. I don't know if that could be that for you, but I do hope that there's a buildup that you'll continue to feel. I just like, though, for me, going into this movie, like you just said something about the Raimi-verse, we still don't know. We still, even though, like, okay, we hear Willem Dafoe's voice, he's laughing. We get the lightning that probably is Electro. We get what looks to be maybe a Sandman, and then we get Alfred Molina being there. There's this tentacle. He's there. We still don't know. It could just be that Kevin Feige and team said, "You guys did what you did so well. We're bringing you guys back in the role," because J. Jonah Jameson, still played by J.K. Simmons, in the Marvel Studios MCU. So the funny thing is, Marvel is slapping us in the face still, because even though it's confirmed that these actors are there playing these characters, we really don't know to what capacity it is.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. It's going to transform. It's going to push the MCU forward. It's going to open up a lot of doors. That's going to lead into the Multiverse of Madness, Doctor Strange 2. So, and it could potentially merge the Sonyverse into the MCU officially. So we shall see. But that's it. So it was exciting, though. I'm happy that finally we got something. And I guess we got 4 more months of promotion till the movie drops. So super excited for that. All right. Other things to be excited about, Chris. You have the next news story. What is it?
Woo! Well, Disney, making more waves with Marvel. There's going to be a Halloween special to feature Werewolf by Night. Who's excited? I've been talking about Marvel horror for a while now. I'm absolutely excited about this. The Wrap reported this week that Disney is developing a Halloween special for Disney Plus, which could be based around Werewolf by Night. Keep in mind the could verbiage. It's not officially confirmed, but a press release did state that the studio searched for a Latino actor in his 30s, and production would begin early 2022. And guys, that's right around the corner here. Time's moving so fast. This could imply that the show could feature the second incarnation of the Werewolf by Night character, Jake Gomez, a Native American whose family was cursed by lycanthropy. Remember, we reported on it just last month. Kevin Smith spoke on how he was not allowed to use the Werewolf by Night character in his Howard the Duck animated show, hinting that executives told him that the character was being used by the movie Division. Fans have also been hoping of seeing the character debut in the Moon Knight series, since Moon Knight first made his comic appearance in a Werewolf by Night story. If it is Jake Gomez being introduced first, they could always involve Jack Russell to add to the mythos, who was the original Werewolf by Night that was actually a true descendant of the lycanthropes, similar to how they introduced Scott Lang's Ant-Man as the main character holding the mantle, and then use that older Hank Pym as a mentor, and they kind of dove into his backstory, through the films. I could definitely see that happening. I think it's a good way of keeping the character fresh and relevant, and to a diverse audience, while staying true to the roots and expanding on the Marvel Studios universe, MCU, as well. So this should be fun. If this is the case and it's a Halloween special, what a great way to make that happen. And then you can branch off from that Halloween special.
Absolutely. There's been a lot of talk with this, a lot of rumors with this. I actually got into kind of a little bit of a dispute. I'm part of a comic book forum where somebody posted some trash-ass website saying exclusive Werewolf by Night. There was no exclusive. There was nobody laying down a quote or anything like that. Now, this is an exclusive from the rep, Humberto Gonzalez, who has quotes. He's got facts and all that stuff. So that is an exclusive, and it did come to be. I never said it wasn't going to come to be. I said that wasn't an exclusive before. I'm just tying this in just in case. But, I'm excited, again, for another avenue that Marvel can go in and explore their universe. The horror, Kevin Feige's got his eyes on horror. With Strange is going to open up the doors. Blade is going to go even further, which is confirmed. And now it's looking like, based on what Humberto Gonzalez is saying from the rap, this is happening here. So I'm excited about it. Opening and this is a cult classic. This is a cult favorite, this character. Not only, was it, it had a long run, but that series also introduced Moon Knight too. So super excited for where this can go. And yeah, man, I'm all into it. I don't want to sound like a homer here, but MCU rarely disappoints us. There has been some disappointments for sure, but it's rare, and they always seem to have a great plan with talented people. So keep at it, MCU. Keep at it, Kevin Feige. Trust in Feige. Speaking of trusting in Feige, that's going to segue perfectly into our next and last news story of the week. We got our first look at Riri Williams in the MCU. That's right. We're just going to show it here. Look at her. Acting all studently. Is that a word, studently?
I like it.
All right, yeah. All right. As we know, Dominic Thor will be playing Riri Williams in the Ironheart series, which was announced last year. But just a couple weeks ago, Kevin Feige said she is going to make her debut in Black Panther 2. Black Panther 2 is actually filming at MIT in Massachusetts. And it just so happens Dominic Thor, who plays Riri, was spotted on set wearing MIT gear. As we can see here, at Cosmic Media _ posted these pics. I'm not sure if they're the source, but these pics have been all over the place, and they got the most likes and retweets, etc. It's nice to know that they're sticking to the source material, because Riri did go to MIT. Also to note, Tony Stark did go to MIT as well. Could there be a connection in the MCU there? Only time will tell. Also, Chris, of note, actually, before we get to that, this is all going to just lead into this. I'm not going to make a call that we'll see her in an Ironheart suit in Black Panther 2, but it will absolutely lead into the series where we will, and I'm super psyched because I like this character. And of note, in regards to Black Panther 2, Letitia Wright has been hospitalized with minor injuries from a stunt on the set of Black Panther 2. We wish her a speedy recovery. And right there, people, that is the news. Kind of slow, but it started off with a huge bang, because the Spider-Man trailer set the record for most views ever. I believe it beat Endgame. So it's exciting, man. It's exciting to see. One thing we did forget to mention, and I didn't get to prepare this slate right here, but Heroic Hollywood did point out. Sorry, guys, we don't. How Peter is wearing the same exact suit and tie from Spider-Man, I do believe 2. So that's quite interesting right there. Quite interesting. All right, moving on, everybody. As you know, our next segment is usually an interview we do each and every week with, people from the community that we know and love. That's not going to happen this week. We had plans to give Chris a birthday bash a couple weeks ago. It did not go as planned. But we're going to bring a little bit of those elements back in here. And now, Chris, for your birthday, we were going to have some stakes, right? You had to answer these questions from people in the community correctly, and you would win a prize. It just so happens you got that prize in hand. Chris, can you show everybody what it is?
Boom!
Boom! A Warlock Funko Pop!
My own little personal Whitlock.
Own personal Whitlock. What do you know? But let's just get a closer look, because this is what it was that was sent over to Chris. That's right, accompanied by his favorite issue of all time. Number 1. Now, he already got this in hand, but here's the deal. We can revoke that, everybody. We can revoke that, because we are going to go through trivia. Chris needs to pass this trivia, right? He needs to pass it to keep the Whitlock. And if he doesn't pass it, he's getting kicked off the show and needs to return me the Whitlock Funko Pop. That's right, I said Whitlock. So here we go, everybody. Here we go. Chris, are you ready?
Yep.
All right, man. It's trivia from people you know and love. And we're going to start off with Tom Tormey.
Hey Chris, happy birthday. I just wanted to thank you and Jeff for the amazing opportunities you presented to me this year. It's been great working with Comic Book Canon. You've really helped cosmic comic history grow, and for that I'm forever grateful. I thought I'd ask you a nice trivia question on your birthday, since you asked me so many hard ones when I was guest hosting. And my trivia question is, what company does Disney own a small percentage in other than Marvel? Or at least what publisher, I should say, does Disney own a small percentage of other than Marvel?
What publisher?
Comic book publisher.
Yeah. What could it be?
IDW.
Let's check out the answer, shall we?
And the answer is Boom Studios. I hope you're having a great day, a great birthday. I wish you all the happiness in the world. Be well and enjoy the rest of your day, buddy.
That is incorrect. The first piece of trivia is incorrect. Tom Tormey schooled you right there. Boom Studios, not IDW.
That's very interesting. You think, that Disney has the relationship with IDW to license their adventure series for young readers.
Yeah.
So very interesting. But hey,
I'm going to interrupt you right now. Sure, it's interesting, but you got that question wrong.
Yeah. Disney has their hands in everything.
One step closer to me getting that Funko Pop and you leaving the show. Next up, guys, you know and love this old soul very well. It is actually the Ancient One making his first appearance to Comic Book. He's going to ask you this question live. The Ancient One, welcome.
Greetings. I am the Ancient One. I am the keeper of ancient comic knowledge and wisdom. And I wish to give the gift of knowledge to my brother Chris on his birthday with this trivia question. But before we ask the question, we must put on our thinking caps. There we go. Much better. Much better.
Hold on.
Ancient One, does this work? Do you need me to have this on?
I got my thinking cap
on.
Oh,
there we go. There we go.
Good. Very good. You're already on the program. The question, sir, is twofold. If you wish to be a true Cubs fan, the Cubs won the World Series in 2016. It was a magical year. When was the last time they were in the World Series? And a true aficionado would know, who did they play against in that World Series?
Woo, that's a two-parter, isn't it, Ancient One?
It is, sir.
Wow. I know the last one they won was in 1908, and it was 108
there, by the way.
years.
I was there.
What's that?
He said the Ancient One said he was there.
Oh, okay.
I was in the
Oh
bleachers.
my goodness. Wow. Ah, man.
Hey, you only have so much time because the Ancient One only has so much time left in his timeline of life. He may keel over right now, actually.
Think World War II.
So,
You can't do that, Ancient One. Come on.
Just to be clear here, I'm a Bay Area kid all day since birth. Giants fan. If you ask me Giants questions, I would answer them all correctly. I love the Cubs because my family moved from Chicago, so I'm not well versed on the history as much. But I'm gonna have to say that they played the Yankees.
You're such a good soul, Brother Chris. I adopt you and I will tutor you into the realm of Wrigley. The answer is 1945, and they played the Detroit Tigers.
Okay.
And that's another question that's wrong. Ancient One, I'm going to need you to stand by. You may need to be my co-host on Comic Book Canon. Thank you so much for joining. We may see you in a few minutes.
Hey, I'll be on the Tony Sanders show after this, so I'd appreciate seeing every one of you. I'm going for the.
You guys didn't let me answer the second part of the question, though. So technically, I only got it half wrong.
Fine, you got one. You had. Anyways, stick around, Ancient One. I may need you.
All right.
Thank you very much. All right. That was a failure, too. All right, moving on. Who else do we have next? Who else? We have No Good Comics. Here we go.
What is up, guys? Justin here, a.k.a. No Good Comics, and I want to give a huge belated happy birthday to my main man, Chris, a.k.a. Journos Comics. Dude, sorry I cannot be here live right now, but I hope you, Jeff, and the rest of the panel are having a great time celebrating your birthday. And I always say it's a birthday month, so really, take the entire month, man, and just party it on, man. I hope that you're having a good day and a great week. I have a question for you, and so here it is, and I hope that you get this right, because I know otherwise they're going to kick you off, in which case it might just be Jeff, I don't know, running the rest of the show. But I'm going to go with this one question here. It's really a statement. Name the interior artist for Web of Spider-Man issue number 1, the original Web of Spider-Man issue number 1. Who is the interior pencil artist for that book? Let me know what you think, and good luck to you, my friend. And again, happy birthday. Hope you're doing well, and you guys enjoy the rest of this night.
Put that phone down. Put that phone down. The interior artist for Web of Spider-Man, number 1. The clue here, I'll give you a clue, is Justin, a.k.a. No Good Comics. He is a clue.
His dad?
What's the name? Give me a name.
Oh my gosh. You're kidding me.
No.
Oh man. I just pulled out some of my flash books that he did like a month ago before I was booted out of my home.
Giving up?
Oh man. It sounds like another his name sounds like another artist's name.
We're losing viewers right now because you're taking way too much time, way too long to figure this out.
I got one thing to say.
Go ahead.
I get a handicap because I've been exposed to long-term mold exposure.
Oh, here we go.
Which causes short-term memory loss.
Okay.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
Is that your answer though?
Yeah, man.
Moving on, that is incorrect. He does not have the correct answer.
I don't remember his name.
Greg LaRocque. That is Justin's
I know it was a less. See? Yep.
Greg LaRocque. All right. This is the final question tonight. This can save you. It's a two-parter. It's from our good friend Moonlit Comics. It's her birthday tonight. Michelle, happy birthday. Happy birthday, Michelle.
Happy birthday.
Here we go. Her question is, which of the following is not a retired Oakland A's jersey number? Is it 27? Is it 9? Is it 24? Or is it 11?
I got to write this down. Bear with me. 27, 9, 24, and
or 11. Or 11.
Well, 24 is Ricky Henderson.
Okay.
So I'm telling you, why doesn't anybody want to ask me Giants questions? Because they know I get them right.
Listen, you can't dictate what questions we ask.
9, I believe it was Reggie Jackson.
Which one is not a retired Oakland A's jersey?
Was 11 Vita Blue?
Oh boy.
I'm gonna say. It's down to 11 or 27.
You have 10 seconds.
I'm gonna say. I know. I know that the two. I know that there's the other ones that have retired numbers are from the 60s and 70s. So, and I know that earlier in baseball they used the lower numbers. So I'm gonna go with 27.
Final answer?
Final answer.
Incorrect. The correct answer is 11. 11 is not a retired Oakland A's jersey number, but you can make it up here. You can make it up here. You have 20 seconds to answer this question. On my mark. What player retired jersey number is number 13?
For what team?
20 seconds. Go.
For what team?
The A's.
I'm not an A's fan like that.
You have 11 seconds. We're gonna cover this.
Raleigh Fingers.
Raleigh Fingers. Final answer? Okay. That's incorrect. It is actually you, Chris. What? Look at number 13 over there on the right. Look at that.
Well, I got 2 of them right.
Look at that. Look at that game face too, by the way.
My
Holy
God.
cow, it's incredible. Chris, I'm sorry to say, it's been a fun year plus with you, but you are not the host of Comic Book Canon anymore. Please return the Whitlock Funko Pop back. Guys, I'm sorry to do that. That is what he gets for his birthday, but I'm happy to introduce you to my brand new co-host of Comic Book Canon, Dan De La Torre, a.k.a. The Ancient One. Dan,
I finally made it. Yay!
That was a terrible showing. He didn't get anything right.
Turnabout is fair play. And, the grilling you guys have given. And by the way, you have to be on the hot seat at one of these days, but we will talk about that another day.
We'll talk about that's another time.
Hey, I do want Dan, before he went, I wanted to get his autograph. I didn't know he was an Oakland A.
Yeah, either did I.
Man, we gotta. He's raised up on the higher standards since he walked on sacred ground. I consider any ballpark sacred ground.
Absolutely. It's America's pastime. But listen, we're gonna move on with the show. It's fresh from the comic shop. Everybody wants to see this. All right.
Okay.
But you were supposed to actually. The way we're playing this is you were supposed to convince me to bring him back on. I look like the bad guy.
Well, I was in contact with my agent, by the way. He saw me on the show. He wants to upgrade the contract that we have. So I don't know if I should talk to him or you.
Listen, I can't afford you. I'm gonna have to, guys. Really great to have you on, Dan. We'll talk to you another time. I guess I'm gonna have to go back to Chris, and Warlock is in his place. That's fine because we're gonna do this. We are gonna do this because, guys, it is time.
Whitlock. His name's Whitlock.
We are off the handle tonight. This is ridiculous. We have not been like this. All right, guys. Oh, goodness gracious. He's angry. But here we go. He doesn't get angry.
I'm an angel. I'm truly.
You are an angel because here we go. In many ways. Here we go. What's the segment we got? What do we got?
Oh, man. I'm soaking wet, tired to death, but we keep it fresh. from the comic shop.
Live from the pressing salon. That is right. You guys send us your fresh gets each and every week. We show them off here with your chance to win a CGC slab courtesy of Whatnot. What? That is right. And this week is no different. We are going to pick our last semifinalist to go up against Nerds Being Geeks. I made a mistake. I posted something last week. That was a mistake. I apologize. Nerds Being Geeks is going up against tonight's semifinalist that you and I will decide. But before we get into the fresh gets, just want to let you all know that you can win this 9.6 CGC slab of X-Men #4, first appearance of Omega Red. This is a hot book, courtesy of Whatnot. Now, y'all may be wondering what Whatnot is. And let me tell you, as I do each and every week, and Chris kind of reinforces this whole thing as well, what Whatnot is a trusted platform where it combines the safe buying of eBay with the video component of Twitch. Their mission is to bring together collectors and enthusiasts to safely buy, sell, and connect. Now, to enter into our wonderful contest, you must be signed up to Whatnot. The link is below in our description. With that sign up, you get $3 off your first purchase. You must follow Comic Book Canon on Whatnot. Now, post a picture of your fresh get on Instagram and tag us, guys. This is very important to not only tag us, but even more important, use the hashtag FFTCS. If you do not use FFTCS, we will not see it, even if you tag us. So that's it, Chris. Did I forget anything?
Nope.
We're just gonna get right.
I had to think about that, but that mold is really messing with my memory.
Here we go. Listen, you're back, man. I can't afford Dan De La Torre, right? You are. I really, honestly, I have no right to kick you off the show too, because it's half yours anyways. So, all right, moving on. We got Union Josh Comics found this book over my holiday. He's overseas, guys. Time has over my holiday time this past week, so I'm submitting 4 fresh from the comic shop. Captain America 168, the first appearance of Barrett Helmet Zemo, who is disguised as the Phoenix. This is also a UK price variant. I have no idea what Chris is whistling at, but I guess you really like that pick right there.
Yeah, man.
Absolutely. Absolutely. All right, Kamikaze, separated by 30 years, but connected on levels, very visually apparent, a sucker for homage covers. I mean, this thing is absolutely gorgeous. And Kamikaze does it again. Guys, forgot to mention, Chris, we look for 3 things from your submissions too, by the way. That's presentation. Kamikaze does it each and every week. He does a great job of taking amazing photos and just composing amazing images. So keep that in mind. It could be the uniqueness of the book. You know, it could be the cover. It could be, from 60 years old. It could be it could be anything. Just it's a unique book as well. But also story, right? It could be, the book could be worth 10 cents. It could be from the 90s worth 10 cents. But if there's a story that hits home, pulls the heartstrings, you got something there. And that is a great submission right there. So keep that in mind when you guys are submitting. All right, moving on. We got Comic Demon here with Wednesday's Haul. A lighter week than most, so I hit the old wall up and found some virgin issues of some nice Boom Studio comics. That doesn't match what I have here, but we got that sweet variant of Moon Knight #1. I really do like that homage. I believe
that is awesome.
John Romita Sr. right there. That's a cover swipe of his own, I do believe. Excellent book. We got Mike Dyson 2099. Man, ran across this today and have never seen one, so it's in my collection now.
Wow.
That record right there, too. It's pretty cool right there. So good on you, Mike Dyson 2099. House of El Comic. I don't think he joins us that often, but he's in the house today. Got both in today from different places. You got that Secret Wars #8 and that Spider-Man 252. Obviously ties into the early appearance of the symbiote. I think there's a little bit of controversy as to which came first. I don't remember, but if you have both, you're in good shape, I'd have to say. No doubt about that. All right, we got Raw Dog Comics, Get Joker, and Secrets of the Haunted House issue 40.
Ooh.
She was just a little girl, but her parents knew there was something strange about Charlotte. Picked up Suicide Squad, Get Joker at the LCS. Charlotte came in hot this week from eBay. Spoiler, turns out Charlotte was the local witch's daughter. It looks like the dad's taking the news pretty hard. I like this, guys. This is well composed right here.
Yeah.
Good on you, Raw Dog Comics. Good on you indeed. Next up, we got Captain Steve Rogers. So I did a thing that I usually do not do. This is my third slab, second that I bought. My LCS Infinite Realities was pricing some slabs at very fair prices. There were several I wanted, but this one is the one I took home. That is a very, very nice early Iron Man, Captain America, Tales of Suspense slab book. 4.5, solid acquisition, I have to say. Chris, what do you got for your first fresh bet of the week?
All right. Coming all the way from not CGC and not CBCS, but from PGX and our good friend Tony. I got some books back from him this week, so I decided to pick one of those to show off, and the one I'm going to show off is special to Comic Book Canon because it's going to be a giveaway for our Comic Book Canon 1,000 subscriber contest.
Woo!
Boom! On 311, the McFarlane variant Chadwick Boseman tribute in a 9.8. Look at that. Custom green and black label.
That is beautiful. Tony has done it again.
Yep, certificate with grader's notes, even on the 9.8. So once we officially announce our 1,000 subscriber contest, which, Jeff, we'll probably do that when we hit 900, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
We officially get a launch going on, but just wanted to give everyone a sneak peek. This is in our possession, and some lucky winner, some lucky subscriber of our show is going to be winning this beauty.
That's a nice one, man. That is a beautiful, beautiful one right there. Tony, again, EGS, you guys knock it out the park each and every week. By the way, I do want to shout out House of L Comics. I apologize. He says he's here every week. I don't think I've seen you comment before. So anyways, I'm happy either way. All right, moving on. We got, guys, I may be coming off a little choppy. It's because my computer is just jacked up today. So I apologize. Chris, am I coming off choppy?
A little bit, but the sound's good.
Hey, that's all that matters. You guys can hear me. All right, who do we got? We got Into Oblivion, first appearance of Bleeze, Dexter, Zillia, Zox, and many other Red Lanterns. Also first appearance of St. Walker, the leader of the Blue Lanterns. This is obviously a Final Crisis issue. I'm really digging that cover. These, honestly, who knows? I'm excited for this Green Lantern series on HBO Max. We can see all the lanterns in there. The blue, the violets, the reds, the yellow, all of those. So I'm very excited. And these issues may heat up because they have high ambitions for Green Lantern. Again, grain of salt, Chris, what we think about with Warner Brothers and how they treat their DC properties. But let's just hope. Again, I really, really enjoyed Suicide Squad. Thought it was great. And I hope that they trust their creators to create content that really supports how great these characters are. All right, moving on. We got Decor Collectibles, this week's Comic Haul. Keep it light, seeing as I may have had a bit of overkill last weekend. I mean, yeah, it's not too light. I'm not sure what's going on with the Nintendo stuff in the bottom right. Guys, I am loving the bottom left, the High Republic Adventures number 6. There's a lot of first appearances there. Disney is going to be making those into other media. They already are. I mean, they're in novels and things like that, but they're going to reach the screen in some capacity. I have no doubt about that. There's no official word or anything, but they're going to be really pushing those rather soon, I would say. All right, we got 360 Comics. Philly is in the house. Greetings from the Dollar Bin with She-Hulk coming to Disney Plus in 2022 in Titania. Already cast for the show. This book has been climbing. Secret Wars has been buzzing in the rumor mill recently, so this might get double spec treatment. I found this mid-grade newsstand copy. Newsstand, guys. for $1 while making my rounds on Free Comic Book Day. I already have a nicer one, so I'll probably give this away to celebrate the show's release next year. That's very nice of you. I like that, 360. All right, Marvel Man 616 is next. What do we got? We got Spider-Verse 1, the first appearance of Spider-Zero, Spider-Monster, and Lord Spider and more. Who knows what could show... first of all, that cover's outstanding. And who knows what could show up, once we head into the Spider-Verse 2 coming out. I'm going to do something here I don't normally do. Dan De La Torre coming back into the stream here. Dan, let's have you introduce your book. Why not?
Oh, sure. Absolutely. I forgot what I sent. I just got this after WandaVision because of, the price was cut or less than half. Avengers 57. And it was a beautiful book. And again, this is a great time to grab this. This has been on my list, and I simply couldn't pass up the deal.
Nice.
Yeah, again, interest hasn't necessarily waned because of the series. It's just waned because there's been distractions from the series with Winter Soldier, with Loki, with Black Widow, with everything, with What If now. So it's a good time, Dan. You struck at a good time, I'd have to say.
And it's funny how after the White Vision was introduced, how that that West Coast Avengers book skyrocketed.
Yeah.
And that, I'm sorry, that's still a grail. And people just abandoned Avengers 57. I'm trying to comprehend the mindset of the market, but the market speaks. The White Vision from West Coast Avengers is it. I have it somewhere. I lost it, but I'm sticking with this one.
Yeah. Oh, hell yeah, man. Honestly, I don't think he's gonna turn back to his normal form. I would think, right? He's not gonna. I think that's honestly. I don't think that one has substance. West Coast Avengers, but I love that book. I love John Byrne. I absolutely remember it vividly, taking it off the rack. All right, moving on. I don't know if you have to go though. Because you're going to be on the show. What time is the show?
I'm going to be on the Tony. I can stick around for a little while.
All right, let's have you stick around. What do you think, Chris?
Sounds good to me.
Let's do it. Because if you would have said no, you would have come off. I just set you up. You couldn't have said anything else. Moving on, we got Comic Toby 420. Don't worry, Petite Gambit gonna save you. Uncanny X-Men 266 is the first Gambit. That is a great book to have. Knowing that the mutants are coming to the MCU. And here we go, guys. We love her. We know her. Michelle, a.k.a. Moonlit Comics, happy birthday. I like this right here. I am going with a What If weekend post tonight since I just picked up this awesome book a few days ago. What If, Volume 1, Issue 31. What If Wolverine Had Killed the Hulk, written by Rick Margopolis. I absolutely love this cover. Art by Bob Budinsky and Bob Wachek. Interior pencils also by Bob Budinsky with inks by Mike Esposito. This you see all over the place. I'm really enjoying this. That's a classic What If right there. And guys, if you're just new to What If based off the series on Disney Plus, the comic books are awesome. I loved reading What If. I don't know about you guys, but I absolutely loved them. All right, moving on though. Next up we have Son of Comics, Star Wars number 13, the Mike Mayhew Virgin variant. That is gorgeous right there. And Son of Comics, can you please let us know why you have the Red Hulk in every one of your pictures? Every one of them.
Yeah.
Please explain. We need to know the story behind them. Because that is your trademark, that is your brand, and we just need to know. All right, guys, if you don't mind, I'm going to take a turn. Is it cool with you guys? Not everybody.
I guess.
I guess. All right, guys, I just got a big batch from TFAW. Their shipment, the whole distribution thing has been all messed up because of COVID and heat and all this other stuff. But I just got some books in. I've been waiting on. You guys all know how you guys know how Chris and I feel about Bad Idea. I'm excited to read this one. This is the lot, and it really doesn't do it justice showing this on camera here. It's again just the matte versus the gloss on the cover. It's just excellent. I'm super excited to read this. This is a horror genre here. Bad Idea, guys. I just announced what their giveaway pins are. It's going to be exclusive series you can only get, so that's going to be rare. But excited to read that. So that is my first fresh get of the week. All right.
I know I ordered a couple from what's the website? Things from Another World, right?
TFAW, yeah.
Yeah, and mine aren't, because where are they located?
They're in Portland.
Okay, because I still haven't got mine yet. I got the tracking; it's on its way. But you got yours before I did.
Dude, everything is messed up. Just anything that makes sense doesn't make sense these days. So just keep that in mind. Where are we? We got we got Cover Junkie Comics. Why do we love Cover Junkie Comics?
Because he loves Doom.
And he does not disappoint with Doom right there. He got 20 more Doom covers, including Fantastic Four 198 and 199. I have the complete Doom War run, the complete Dr. Doom and the Masters of Evil run. I almost have the full 2019 run. This guy's goal is to collect all Doom covers. Kudos to that goal.
Awesome.
I don't
it.
know anybody else who's going for that, and I really applaud that.
You know
all
what?
right,
I'm gonna say real quick though, Cover Junkie, I'm gonna call it right now. I might already have all of them. No, not all of them. It's gonna be my goal to collect every single cover of Adam Warlock.
Yeah, you got to get on that actually to show him up. Absolutely, 100%. All right, moving on. We got Sicilian Comics. He is an alumni. He's won. He was probably our first SLAB winner, I think, Chris.
Yeah.
Sicilian Comics with the Fantastic Quattro 44. The reprint of Fantastic Four 48. Look at that, guys. He's got 48. That's obviously overshadows. I mean, it's very interesting what he has, this Italian version of 48, but that's outstanding.
I thought when you said Italian version, I thought you were calling him an Italian, and I just had to warn you, as another Sicilian, don't call the Sicilian Italian, man. Just don't do it.
It wouldn't be a Sicilian comic, would it? I don't know.
No. Yuri. I wasn't putting together what you were saying before I heard it, and I got
okay.
Before I knew what you were saying. Yeah.
I was trying to push buttons, obviously. All right, moving on. We got April X Visions. This is a fun one. Back to School made me think of my favorite after-school special growing up that I still watch, Saved by the Bell. Got this #1 issue signed by Lark Voorhees, who played Lisa Turtle on the show. May all your kids and teachers have a blessed school year. Thank you, April. April, showing the creativity. April is married to Tommy Boy Collectibles. He crushes it each and every week, and he has one this week as well. Yeah, dude.
They're like a power couple. They're like a power duo here. Like, geez, you're just swinging from both sides.
I'm highly impressed with that. So yeah,
Jeff, can you bring that back up? That's a brilliant presentation.
It really is. I mean, look, you got the Coke, that's cherry Coke. You got the apple right there. I think she has April loves April and tea, April and Tony in a heart. I'm not. That may be them in that picture there. That's just. I mean, guys, this is a perfect example of presentation, but also something that means something to you, right? Yep. So. I'm very impressed. I'm very impressed, April. Great work on that. Moving on, we got Nukes Comics. I recently picked up this copy of The Incredible Hulk, issue 181 from Duncanville Bookstore. This issue pits the Hulk against the schemes of the Mole Man. If you mess with the Hulk's friends, Hulk will smash. I love these classic Hulk books. I think these are around the time of the Lou Ferrigno show. Absolutely love that. Again, you got to love that too. Am I right?
You can't go wrong with any Hulk issue, and that's around the time when I first started collecting. So that's the old Herb Trimpe, and then they transitioned to Sal Buscema.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, those are just classic covers. Each and every one never disappoints. All right, Neighbor to the North, just in time for Webhead Wednesday and fresh from the comic shop. This is a one-of-one original cover by my good friend, Ali Matelia. Ali Nate Alex. That's the handle. He's such a talented artist and usually works in digital media, but this is all inks. Means so much to finally have a piece of his art in my collection. That's gorgeous. I'm not sure why he's showing off that Fantastic Four too, but that is a gorgeous book right there. That is incredible. That's solid work, especially that's a good friend there too. All right, Chris, what is your second fresh get of the week?
All right, again, guys, I haven't purchased a comic book in over 2 weeks. But I'm grateful because I've been getting things that I purchased prior. This, I didn't do a video for it. I just didn't have the headspace. But last week, I did receive my mycomicshop.com order from July. So that consisted of all my previous orders, the new releases, but I also piggyback when I go in on their website and buy some random back issues. So this was a random back issue that I bought in there. Decent looking copy, nice Bronze Age black cover, DC 100 page, giant Justice League 110.
Ooh!
Now, the significance of this book is that it's one of those that, in my humble opinion, flies under the radar. This is the second appearance of Jon Stewart.
Oh, really?
And it's very, very affordable. Very affordable. I was just looking to see if he was on the cover, and I think that this might be him. Is that him? You can't even tell, but it is the second appearance regardless.
What issue is that? What number is? What is it?
110.
That's something we should all be jumping on right there. That is awesome. Hopefully, again, with that Green Lantern series coming to HBO, everybody's on the table there, and he's he's definitely coming. He is definitely coming, guys. Absolutely. That is absolutely. Those second appearances are becoming, obviously people start turning their attention when the first appearances aren't affordable. So I would absolutely be looking into that. All right, moving on. Good friend Ian, aka Hood Rat Comics, some backbin finds this morning. Look at this. All of this is MCU spec, guys. You got Armor Wars, obviously, no need to explain what that is. You got those Spider-Mans in the bottom right corner. I think it's Brand New Day. Those relate, and one more time, those relate to the trailer. I'm not sure what the Infinity Wars one is, but I mean, he found some nice finds right there. So good stuff, Ian. And Cats 910, one key, an homage cover. Fresh from the comic shop. Yeah, guys, this Young Avengers, all of these Young Avengers, if you can get your hands on any one of them, that the first series 1 to 12, you're gonna be looking pretty because they are assembling a team. They have these team, like they have the characters there to create some semblance of a Young Avengers. Now this Moon Knight, Chris or Dan, I don't know if you could help me what the homage is there. I don't recognize that, or anybody in the chat. I'd appreciate that, but it's the Sentry versus
the Young Avengers.
No, the Moon Knight one
doesn't strike a bell right now at the moment.
Yeah, so anyone in the chat want to give us a little
is that Kazar?
No, that's
I mean, would that be an homage to an old Kazar issue episode or comic?
Maybe.
I'm thinking Wolverine and Sabretooth.
Yes, possibly.
Maybe.
Yes, anybody in the chat, give us a shout. By the way, Ian, aka Hood Rat, what's up, fellas? And we just talked about you. We just gave you props, man. Thanks for coming late. Really, we're all good. No, but we did give you props. Moving on, we got. What do we got? We got Tommy Boy Collections, and here we go, guys. Here we go. I mean, look at this. Went long distance to get this and some other comics. Firestar #1. I had to go with the wide shot, guys. The close-up, you never would have gotten the full scope of what this is. Firestar #1, display with my payphone. I installed it in front of my house. It's 80s style for that way back Wednesday. He literally, guys, this is legit. He installed a payphone in front of his house. I asked him if it was working. He said it's not. He could get it up and working. I also asked if he did get it up and working, would it take quarters? He did not answer yet. Tommy, let us know if that will actually take quarters.
This is okay. So he could easily I don't know if he has who does who does phone service in AT&T. Pat Bell doesn't exist in California anymore.
I don't know, man. He picked this
but
up in the junk shop.
Yeah, he can have AT&T or the phone company come out, run a line from his home right into the box, and he could charge 50, 75 cents for all the I don't want to be derogatory, but folks needing to have a spot to use the phone.
Time out. I'm gonna guess it. Chris, you got to think what era we're in right now. I would tell you, and Dan, tell me if I'm wrong. I would say about 75% of the population that uses phones doesn't even know what that is.
See, that was going to be my point. If you had one of those things and installed it, like Chris is saying, people would walk past it saying, "What is that?"
What is this?
They would know what it is.
Exactly. Yeah. And who the hell who carries quarters in their pockets these days, anyways? I don't know anybody.
Man, you didn't get my point.
I did. I wanted to make a.
Okay, good. I just don't. Yeah,
I'm being a complete asshole.
I don't want to be judgmental, but I'll tell you who would use a payphone and carry coins. But
but you got to install the big fat yellow pages, the dangling on.
Oh my god! I forgot about that. Yeah, that was a thing. That was definitely a thing. All right, moving on though. Speaking of that era, I'm going to go to my second fresh get of the week. Again, this is from TFAW. It took a while to get here. I was very excited. I didn't get it in the shop because I knew it was coming in the mail. But again, Dan, speaking of this era, and Chris, Batman 89. You definitely had payphones back in 89. I am super psyched to read this. I am loving this cover. It epitomizes the Tim Burton film. I mean, look at this. This is cover A, but look at how gorgeous this cover. I'm just blown away by the art on this. And how much it just resembles everything. I mean, obviously you got the logo, but just the suit and just the look of how great Michael Keaton was, as Batman. So that is my second fresh get of the week. Moving on to all you guys, we got Nerds Being Geeks. Nerds Being Geeks, 3 Jokers, 1 through 3, written by Jeff Johns with art by Jason Fabik. Today, I finally picked up issue 3 of this miniseries. I thought this series would be perfect next to this piece of art I grabbed at a Comic-Con several years ago. He says, sorry, I don't recall the artist. I have to agree. Look at all 3 of those Jokers. That's what you had the Batman 66. You have Batman.
Yes, Cesar Romero, Jack Nicholson, and Ledger.
Ledger, yeah. So it's outstanding. And by the way, I really did enjoy this series, the 3 Jokers. I thought it was an excellent read. You can find these in dollar bids now, but it's worth the pickup. I have to say it absolutely is worth the pickup. All right, moving on. We got Nori Jordan. My son and I. This is honestly, guys. This is gonna just start heating up once we see that Thor trailer. Come on. My son and I attended the Little Giants comic convention in Concord, New Hampshire this past weekend and had a great time. I brought some Star Wars books that I had no sentimental attachment to in hopes of finding someone to sell or trade with. My target was a CGC 9.8 Thor 1 Jane Foster, which I could not afford at the time. I got lucky, and it took about 15 minutes to find a very generous man who was willing to arrange a trade for what I wanted and more. It was a good start to a great day with my son, but I give him all the credit getting me back into the hobby after a 20-year break. This is what we're talking about, guys. Sentimental attachment, something that means something. This is a great activity you did with your son, Nori Jordan, and we are very, very happy. All right. Chris. Sorry, Dan. This was, a last-minute thing. We just got to move on to Chris, what his last fresh get of the week was.
Oh, no worries.
All right. I wasn't really apologizing. I knew your feelings weren't hurt. I knew that. Chris, what do you got? Whitlock.
What do you think it's going to be?
Whitlock.
What do you think my last pick is going to be?
It's Whitlock related. Whitlock. Do we continue saying Whitlock?
All right. This came from my comic shop order. And not only did I order 1, but I ordered 2.
Interesting.
Let's see if the chat can guess before I show it off.
The suspense is building.
It totally
is. One of them is direct and one of them is a newsstand.
Okay. Can you give us the deck? I mean, come on, it's not fair. Like, this is too easy.
Can I take a guess, Chris?
Go ahead.
Is it Hulk annual? Is it 5 or 6 when Adam Warlock was on the cover?
Oh, no, I recently picked that up though.
You did, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
a good one. Nope.
Okay.
Nope. It's definitely from an era where newsstand matters. And to TN and to TN. I'm trying to see if that means something. Anyways, guys, here's the thing. I'm pulling your chain a little bit because, you guys know that I love to surprise you guys with my million copies of Infinity Watch #1s, right? Well,
you're throwing us a curveball. You're throwing us a curveball. I know you are.
Yeah, I picked up a book like maybe a little over a month ago now. I already had one, but I picked one up because it was like $1 or something. And no lie, I even talked about this book in a video. And believe me, guys, I don't want to be accused of hyping something up and then I go out and hoard all the copies because I want to manipulate the market. Let me tell you before I show you guys, and I know I'm being long-winded with my last pick, but it's worth it. Whenever I talk about a book on my channel, I genuinely believe everything that I'm saying. And I tell you guys in every video, I give you guys my spiel. Don't buy a book just because I'm talking about it. But when I talk about a book, I bring you facts, data, and I add my personal opinion. In this book, I truly believe is a book. Just like, look, I believe Infinity Watch #1 with Adam Warlock. And I say this too, there's so many copies out there. Early 90s book. It's never going to be worth a ton of money, but I do think it could get hot and the value can definitely increase because I do believe that an Infinity Watch storyline could absolutely happen in the MCU. Okay? So I'm being completely honest with this book. I did a video about top books on this character before they show up in the MCU because I believe it's inevitable that they're going to show up in the MCU sooner than later. So, guys, though, here's the thing. I honestly... I might have a problem and I might have to, like, I don't know, go to meetings or something because I picked up 2 copies of Quasar #1 and I don't think I can stop. I need more.
Yeah.
Chris, I think we all have that problem. You'll see us all at that meeting.
Newsstand.
Yep. That's not a problem, actually. It's a smart pickup. Let's be honest, Chris. Let's be honest. Like it really is. Heroes Reborn is all about that. By the way, N2TN Darkhawk would have been. That's definitely from that era. So, anyways, I applaud that. I think that's a great pickup, Chris. There's nothing to make. Honestly, he could be coming. He really could be. Like in the we're exploring more of the cosmic part of the MCU, and I'm excited. Chris, I think that's a fantastic pickup.
Well, just don't get mad. Don't get mad if in future shows, my 2 of my top 3 picks for Fresh from the Comic Shop every week are Infinity Watch #1 and Quasar #1 every week. It just
hey,
might
by
happen.
the way, Mark Lineker wants to know what's next. Sleepwalker #1.
I actually just picked up a second copy of that recently as well.
By the way, Mark Lineker, I could have sworn you sent in a Fresh from the Comic Shop, and I don't have it, and I apologize if that's the case. Please let us know, and if it is, we'll make sure you'll be first next week. All right, moving on. We got some more good stuff from all you fine people. We got comic news.
Oh, yeah.
Chris showed off his Wonder Woman Black and Gold. I had to also, and Something is Killing the Children. #17. Yo, that Black and Gold. Jesus, man, that cover is gorgeous. Really, really nice looking cover right there. Chris, you have something for us? Oh, good.
EGS custom slab on it, baby.
That looks nice, dude. That looks great.
Yep.
That looks real. Tony has done it again.
Chris, to go to your previous show, I'm sold on EGS. I'm planning on sending most of my books there. I do trust them. I like them. I think they've got a great thing going. And Tony Trombata, he's a stand-up guy coming on your show. I do have trust in this group, so that's where I'm putting my bookstores.
Appreciate that. Yeah, for those that, to give context to what Dan's talking about, I did my Friday Night Live show, Do You Trust Grading Companies? And it really boiled down to not why we send our books to a certain grading company, because most of the time, I think we do it anyways without that trust. And I think in order to evolve the grading company, we need to start focusing on trust. With Tony, I do believe, and look, I'm not saying that any grading company is perfect. Tony in EGS does not pay me to talk about them. I'm completely honest in my criticism as well as my, positive points to them as well. But I'm rooting for Tony. He's done great things. I think he has a long path to travel, and he's going to keep working that path. And he's really doing something that is special that I think can grow. And to your point, Dan, I absolutely, when we talk about trust in the transparency, in the ethics, and in the grading, the consistency in grading, I absolutely trust EGS. So
plus those slabs pop though. They look gorgeous.
They do. I have to admit, I'm gonna be a little critical. Actually, I would love to see Tony get a graphic artist and with those because they look a little. I'm sorry, Tony, but I'm just being honest. I like what you're doing. I think you've got something there, but I think if you get a legit graphic artist to spruce things up on top, not to go crazy and wild or anything like that, but really create another piece of art, I think you'll have even something more to play with. And by the way, I have to own up to something here. Mark Leneker, I apologize, man. 2 weeks in a row, that is on me. I truly apologize. I'm not going to dismiss this at all or turn my back on it. It's been a kind of a crazy week for all, for actually just crazy life for everybody around the globe. But I've had it's just been a lot of very hectic for me in the past couple of weeks. I have no idea why I've missed your submissions the past 2 weeks. So I'm apologizing from the bottom of my heart, and I will do better for you next week. I promise.
And Mark's a good guy.
Please tag me.
Hey, how about this? Can we do this? Can we submit it right now? By me showing what he got?
Sure,
what he did? Let's bring it up. So we got 2.
I knew he had some hot shit stuff. Like,
look at those.
Nice.
Let me read what he wrote. I'll bring it back up, but let's read what he wrote. He says, my FFTCS for the week, some Marvel Silver Age goodness from 1963. Tales to Astonish 45, the second appearance of the Wasp. So that's this one right here. Number 45, Tales to Astonish, second appearance of the Wasp. Look at that. And then we got number 48, first appearance of the Porcupine, who looks a lot like Fear State Scarecrow, doesn't he? I think both present quite well. What do you think? Let's see.
Yeah, those
I see the similarity.
Mark is really and you know what's crazy? Those aren't even the most unique books that Mark has presented on Fresh from the Comic Shop. That's like those are some gems right there. So good stuff, Mark. Again, I apologize. I will.
And I've never seen those 2 covers before, and I'm a Silver Age aficionado.
Yeah, he's on top of that. All right, moving on. We got Vinnie Whitlock. Vinnie Whitlock, my submission for first issue Friday, Silver Surfer #1. That is some hot shit stuff, Vinnie. You as well. You sent some nice stuff as well. And we really appreciate each and every one. And our final audience submission is Caution Comics, fresh from the comic shop. Actually got these in the mail this week. The book I submit is the Jenny Frison Foil 1 and 50 variant for each. The Rich, I've seen a lot of positive things about this series, so good on you. The 1 in 50, that is a gorgeous cover. Jenny Frison does some great work, I have to say.
Yep.
All right, my final pick, or my final fresh get of the week. Now, Dan and Chris, you ever feel like right before something pops, you just you hit it right before it pops, not knowing it's going to pop, but you knew there was potential in it? This is horrible foreshadowing by me. I'll just do it. I got these from Midtown had a sale. I got these for $15. It was 25% off. It's Invincible Iron Man #1. And this is the first cover of Ironheart in the armor. She doesn't appear in story until issue #3, but I was pretty fortunate. This is right before the announcement. So $15. I think they're going. I see they're going for like 45 $45 bucks now. So these aren't going to go anywhere either. These are solid book to get. I would, if you guys can find them for cheap, get them because they're not going to be cheap anymore. So that right there is fresh from the comic shop. We look forward to your fresh gets next week. Before we get into how you will submit, Chris, we have to decide here.
Yep.
What book? And I honestly I know which one I want. I don't know if you do.
I have two.
All right, I'm gonna say mine.
Okay.
April X Visions with the Saved by the Bell.
Yeah, she was one of my top two. But I also had Raw Dog as well.
All right.
Want to bring that up?
Yeah. So basically,
go ahead.
You need to decide which one you want to go with, and if you go with Raw Dog, we have to have the ancient one.
Yep.
Decide for us between the two.
Okay. So let's bring them both up one at a time here. Let's kind of do a
Raw Dog.
Man, so this is okay. Can you read it again?
Yeah, I will read it.
It was both books. He bought both of these books, right?
Hold on. Yep. I gotta just find Raw Dog. Where is he in my notes? Oh, Chris, you're just killing me here. Plus, my computer is so slow right now, guys. I'm so sorry. Let me find here. Chris, while we're doing that, tell us what you think about it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just looking at this like, even it almost looks like there's some kind of like, what do you call like kaleidoscope lighting on the Joker in the book.
Chris. No, it's not.
Exactly, but it's the book. So there's just enough lighting on the Joker's figure, but with it right in front of the book and how it's got the purple and the reds and the blues and the greens, it makes it look like there's this kaleidoscope lighting going on, and it's just amazing. And then when you get down to the secrets, the haunted house book, is that a girl on the cover screaming?
Yeah.
So you got the Joker in the Suicide Squad book acting like he's coming down, gonna stab the girl, and she's like screaming, trying to run out of the way.
I hear you.
All right. See, Chris, you're an artist. You picked up on that. That totally went over me. You saw that. You saw three-dimensionality to this picture.
Yep, absolutely. And then the Joker statue is kind of like, I see him as kind of dancing around like the Joker killed or is freaking out this girl, is out to kill the girl, and then this Joker is like, doing a victory dance, in his psychotic madness. I just think there's so much depth here, that you could dive into. That it's just, and maybe it wasn't intentional, but that's what I pulled out of it, right? Now let's look at April's again.
All right. I do need to make a correction. This is not the Ironheart armor. You're right. But it is I guess Iron Man armor. I'm not sure exactly. NT2 TN corrected me right there.
Okay.
All right, now we want April. April. Guys, hopefully my computer's never been this slow, and it's really annoying. So, all right, here we go.
Oh man.
Yeah, this is incredible.
Man.
Did here. I'm sorry. I do appreciate Raw Dog, but I don't know, man. I'm just going.
Here's what I see with this. If I made when I was a kid, I had a huge crush on Sarah Jessica Parker, and she did a show on CBS in the '80s, I think it was, called Square Pegs. It was a high school themed show, a comedy. If CBS was going to do a promo to promote the show, that's what it would look like. That is so professional regarding its presentation. That's I take away from this particular picture. Why I don't know if I have a vote, but I would vote for this
one. Is that a Spider-Man backpack behind the open locker?
It sure is.
Wow, that just might seal the deal for me. Here's the thing. This is how
by the way, that Saved by the Bell book is signed by Lisa Turner.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
Lark Voorhees. Yeah. Yep.
Jeez.
So here's the thing. I look at this and I see every little subtle placement, and I'm going to judge it as being what's the word I'm looking for? On purpose. It was what's the guys? It was I'm blanking on the simple word. She was conscious of every little detail.
Yes.
And every little piece that she put into this, including the A plus J and the heart and all that. And then whereas Raw Dog, and I don't know if he's watching, he'd probably say, everything I did was perfect. It was such a beautiful, everything that was set up in his picture. I was like Dan said, the artist in me was able to pull all these things out, but was that more abstract and not, intent. That's the word I'm looking for. It wasn't the intent of the individual to create those things. It just happened that it kind of magically made it. So now I have to make my decision based on the magic of the picture without intent or purposeful intent of the display. And that's really, really tough for me. But because it is in our, points for, our 3 criteria that these details matter, I'm going to have to judge and grade the intent higher than the abstract art of it all. So I guess I'm going to make it a bit easier on us. I think Dan probably already admitted that he would have been the deal breaker even if I picked Raw Dog. Raw Dog, great submission. Man, it's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful.
Oh, wait. Raw Dog just unfriended me. How'd that happen?
Oh, no.
Listen.
We're going with April.
Yeah, Raw Dog, that was incredible. Everything about the way you composed that shot, guys, that is a perfect example of that. It's just, again, April had so many little, I guess we could say Easter eggs, right, guys? Like, there's so many things in there that relate to the overall. April, you are the winner of this week's Fresh from the Comic Shop. You are a semifinalist. You will go against Nerds Being Geeks on Monday, and we will have a winner on Tuesday, a finalist that will go head-to-head with Super Rad Comics. We'll have a winner next week. We'll have to do 2 votes next week. So congratulations, April. Good stuff. All right, and that is Fresh from the Comic Shop right there. Chris, before we leave, let everybody know how they enter Fresh from the Comic Shop. Take that swing.
All right, everyone. I forgot to tell you guys last week, but make sure you download the Whatnot app. All right? Download the Whatnot app. Link is below. Set up your account on Whatnot. It's very easy to do. Once that's done, find us on the Whatnot app at Comic Book Canon. Once you do that, you do the standard thing that you need to do on Instagram. You take a picture of your the book that you want to submit. You drop the hashtag FFTCS, right? You also add us and tag us at Comic Book Canon. Post it onto your IG, and voila, you automatically get entered into Fresh from the Comic Shop to win a beautiful SLAB comic book from Whatnot.
All right. Great Fresh from the Comic Shop. Moving on, though. We don't have Tom Torney this week. He's on summer vacation, guys. He's a teacher. He needs that rest. And, adding on this extra work, it's just he needs to mentally prepare for this career coming up. But hopefully we'll have a Cosmic Minute next week. But moving on here, it's one of your favorites, guys. It is one of your favorites. It is the top 10 hottest comics of the week based off of cover prices. Data, that is right. Data. We're talking real data, sales data, not speculative stuff like, I think this book is hot. I think we're talking about this book. This MCU made this. No! Real data. Cover price does not sponsor us, but we use that cover price as a tool to determine what the hottest books are of the week. They release lists every Monday. Our show is live on Friday. So we dig into that top 10 list real quick. But Chris dives in to the nitty-gritty, and he picks his 3 most interesting books of the week for many reasons. They can be interesting for bad reasons, but they're mostly interesting for good reasons. And this week, it's a fun week, Chris. Am I right? It's a fun week. We're just going to get right into it. Dan, how do you feel about it? Just get right into it?
I always love everything you guys do here.
Oh, stop it. You don't have to be nice to us. You're already on the show. It's like your 80th appearance. Stop it. All right, here we go. top 10 hottest comics of the week, guys. My computer's so slow. It's just like molasses. Here we go. At number 10, we have Defenders number 1. Shout out to Dan De La Torre. Defenders number 1, the Momoko Silver Surfer Black 1 in 50. Dan, do you have this issue?
I do. Well, I don't have. There were two of those. One is that the color cover you have that has more color detail. I have the one that's a little more with less color. Let's just put it that way.
Got it. So you do not have the 1 in 50. We did not hold it against you. At number 9, we have Invincible Iron Man. Number 9, full first appearance of Riri. This is the second print. At number 8, we have Invincible Iron Man number 9, cover A. Number 7, Eternals number 1. Guys, start seeing this pop up more and more in everywhere, actually. At number 6, we have Miles Morales, Spider-Man Annual number 1, the Tony Fleece 1 in 25. That is a cool, like, old school looking magazine right there, pulp book. At number 5, we have Marvel Superheroes Secret Wars number 1. Number 4, we have Ironheart number 9. And at number 3, we have Invincible Iron Man number 1. That may look familiar because that was one of my fresh gets of the week. At number 2, we have Passive Aggressive, the aggressive version. I'm surprised at the aggressive version. I thought the passive one was more rare. And at number 1, Batman Urban Legends number 6. 2 weeks in a row, right, Chris?
2 weeks in a row.
2 weeks in a row. All right, so that's the top 10 list. Chris, this is your time. Did you guys hear my voice crack, by the way? Chris! You're going to say by the bell. Chris,
it's your high school voice.
Dude, you guys would not recognize me from high school. I'm telling you right now. Maybe one day I'll show you. Chris, you're going to dive into the top 3 most interesting books of the week. What do you got?
How about, again, I like to do this before I get into my 3 picks. How about some Riri Williams, man? She killed this list. Jeff, can we bring up the top 10 real quick again?
Absolutely.
Look at this. Look at this. How many Riri books? 1.
We said this last week, Chris. I mean, it's like basically saying screen. Like it wasn't a hard prediction to make, but we did say Riri would dominate next week.
Absolutely. 4 slots out of 10, man. And Marvel taking 8 out of 10. So, yeah. So big shout out to Riri. And speaking of Riri, I had to pick one of her books, right? Which one did I pick? Invincible Iron Man number 9. First print, second print's there too. I think it's good to correlate both of them and to just show how both of them are moving. That's how popular this character is. And we got the first images of her on set. Black Panther 2, The Clone Forever. And it's just blowing these books out of the water. This book had a 126% increase in sales over the last week. Now get this, because this is what I do. When Cover Price reports on these books, we then bring it to you guys a few days later. So what I do is I go and I take real-time data on top of their trending data from the last week, and I add to this, okay? When they reported on this book, there was a high CGC 9.8 raw for just over $700. That was earlier this week. As of last night, $1,000 best offer accepted. So it was probably under the $1,000 mark, but I could assume that it probably wasn't under $900. You got it if you understand how eBay works with best offers. So this book, just again over the last week, has gotten hotter and hotter. A high raw sold for $301. Man, I bought the so here's my story. I actually own this book and I was gonna send it out to CGC this year, and I didn't. I was hoping to get a 9.8, but I did a boo-boo. I did a boo-boo. I pressed the book forgetting that it had the Marvel Digital Redemption sticker.
Oh, no.
Yep. And it left the indentation of that square. If you guys know that square, that like 1 inch by 1 inch square sticker that's on one of the middle pages. I forgot to put my heavyweight paper in between that page. And it indented this square, what do you call it when it's pressed into the every other? indentation on half of the pages of the book.
Ooh.
Party foul right now. Don't get me wrong. I do believe that now I have to go back and press it a few times to try to fix that. I don't know if I'll ever get it back to 9.8, but the point of my story is this. I bought that book for like $8 a few years back. So if you guys, I was really hoping to send it in, but I party fouled. I mean, it's still, even with that indentation, it's still a super high grade. But this book is the one thing that I regret not sending it in is now, when I was sending it in, you know, there's the tiers for CGC, right? If I was hoping it would come back at 9.8. If it came back at 9.8, it was right at that $400 mark. So you know how you got to declare the value? I probably would have put it at $399, hoping to get that 9.8. Because if a modern book goes to 400 and up in value, it goes into that next tier and it costs more money. So now, if I was hoping to get a 9.8 on it, it's going to cost me more money to send it in, folks. So, guys, if you own this book in high grade and you're thinking about sending it in, because there's that, what's the next level? I think it's 800 or 1,000 to where it's in that next tier. So if you think you got a 9.8, you might want to send it in now.
You might,
sooner than later.
No doubt. It's not going down anytime soon.
Let me share with you a quick story, Chris. I got this about a year ago, and I was putting it in Mylar, and I had the 4 mil Mylar, and as I'm putting it in, I either caused or aggravated a little tear, and I felt horrible for about a month because it was just a stupid, careless thing to do because I should have been more cautious, but these things do happen.
Yep. Hey, I will say to that, Dan, thank you for bringing that up, and I'll just, since we're on the topic here, be careful with Mylar. I haven't done it with a lot of high-priced books, but if you're sliding a book into a Mylar bag, this isn't a Mylar bag, obviously, it's just a poly bag, but especially 4 mil, but even if it's a 2 mil, Mylar is stiff, so the flap stays up, right? So if you're sliding a book in, now this has, I'm going to take this tape off because I don't want to get tape on my second appearance of Jon Stewart.
Tape is evil.
Yeah. If you're sliding it in, right, and especially if it's a book that is older and it may have a little bit of something that can grab, what I do is I make sure I pull the flap back with my fingers and slide it in like this, because if you let the flap sit like this, and Dan, is that kind of what happened? Were you pushing it in and the flap kind of got caught?
And it was 4 mil, and again, I simply wasn't paying attention.
Yeah. So tip, guys, be careful. Be careful putting your books in the Mylars because of that flap. It can definitely get caught on the book. So good tip for everyone.
It does happen to everybody, though. Sure, we all have stories. All right, moving on. Your second most interesting pick from this.
All right. Hey, look, this is cool. We got a collector's tip during our top 10. So I like that.
Yeah.
All right. My number 2. Oh my gosh. Eternals number 1. Sorry, folks. I had to pick it. This book, okay. This book, ever since the announcement of this film, has just been going up and up. It had, little periods, with the movie being delayed and everything. It had kind of stagnant periods and whatnot. But this book has just been a monster of a book. This book was a very, very affordable Bronze Age number 1. A first appearance book before the announcement. It really was, and it's taken off, and it's still gone. We gotten multiple trailers now. We're getting closer to the release. Fingers crossed that it doesn't get delayed. 135% increase in sales this week. And here's the thing. Okay, high CGC 9.8. $3,800 best offer accepted. Now, the nearest one closer to that, because I don't know exactly what the best offer was, $3,400. A $3,400 sale. So $3,800 best offer accepted. The next highest was a $3,400. I think it was like the day before. This book is just going. High Raw sold for $850. I know for a fact, because I have a 9.4, that book over the last, I want to say 8 months, maybe since the beginning of the year, has more than doubled in value in the 9.4. So, and I don't have the numbers for 9.8, but I'm going to assume it's going to be a similar trend, if not even more, because we know the demand of 9.8s right now. But for a high raw to sell for $850, that's huge. But man, $3,400 flat out sale, $3,800 best offer for that CGC 9.8. I'm sorry. There's a lot of naysayers out there still. They're saying, "Oh, this movie's gonna." I'm thinking this movie is gonna be something, man. I really am.
I agree.
Yeah, dude, it is the most beautiful. Like from the small portion of footage that we saw in that trailer, everything just looks graceful and gorgeous and beautiful and just flows. And there's something different about this film than other MCU films. And I'm excited. I'm excited for it too. And I'll be honest, I think $3,800 is it's almost like I feel like it's a bargain. You know what I mean? If you could drop $4,000 on a book, hoping that it goes up, you have about a couple months to do it. You know what I mean?
With the Eternals though, it looks like a launching pad, a platform for the MCU going cosmic. It can go in several different directions, and I agree with both of you. This is going to be a dynamite movie.
I mean, the Celestials alone are going to break. You know, they open up. It just ties a whole. It even ties that cosmic part of the universe of the MCU even tighter together. So I'm super excited. And again, I'm not encouraging you guys to drop $4,000 on a book expecting to double your money. That's just my opinion right there. I'm not pushing this. Chris and I and Dan, we never pump and dump or anything. Chris doesn't have 8 copies he's ready to just flip right now. But again, just a thought. Again, this is a Kirby, this is Kirby's baby basically. Yeah. And to see it on screen, it's exciting.
I always say this too, especially right now with the 9.8 market. Go for those high raws, and I know a Bronze Age book like this, it's gonna be tough to find probably a near mint copy raw, but you never know. I mean, this high raw that sold for $850, I don't know. I wish I would have pulled that up. I don't know if it was a 9.8 candidate. I do remember it saying, I think they had it listed on eBay as near mint, but that's eBay. Take it with a grain of salt. But hey, I honestly at this point, like I'm just saying, for example, if you could get a 9.6 for under $2,000 right now, right? And again, even if you're buying graded books, this goes back to my live show, what I talked about earlier too. Do you trust grading companies? When you're buying a 9.6, and you know the slogan, don't just buy the grade, buy the book. Look at the book. If you get a 9.6, whether it's in your hand from a store or at a con, or you're looking at pictures online, ask for more pictures, ask for tons of more pictures. If you're looking at this book front and back and you think you have a good confidence, you think that this book can be pressed up to a 9.8 and you can get a 9.6 say for $1,800, buy a 9.6, crack it, pay $50 to go get it cleaned and pressed and send it into CGC not once, not twice, not even 5 times, maybe even like 6 or 7 times, because that money that you're spending is still going to be less than what a 9.8 is going for. And I'm telling you, you do. I can't give you like the actual figurative percentage because I'm not running an algorithm here, but I guarantee you have a high percentage of that book. If you send that book 5 to 10 times to CGC after a press and clean, if you did your due diligence to make sure that 9.6 doesn't have a color breaking tick, but maybe just a couple of pressable defects, you have a high percentage of that book coming back at 9.8, and you saved yourself a ton of money.
That's a great strategy. The only thing going against you is the time it takes to do that these days. So.
Very true.
Anyways, moving on. Your third and last most interesting book from this list. What do you got, Chris?
Well, everyone, I wanted to pick Batman Urban Knights #6 again so I can lose, 40, 50 more subscribers, but I'm not gonna, I'm not even gonna go there this week. Not just because I wanted to stay away from the controversy, because you guys know me. I'm all for diving into controversy. I don't care. I went with the book that I think deserves to be a #1 pick, and that's Secret Wars #1. This book, I have been talking about this book for a very, very long time. I've been saying for 2 years now that, ever since Endgame came out, Secret Wars mixed between the 84 version and the 2015 version. I've talked about the role that Doctor Doom and the Beyonder have played in both of those stories, the 84 and the 2015. All right. And I talked about how bringing these two together can be something that can really work in live action. So when you take those things into account, and you take into account that Jim Shooter was filmed talking about Marvel getting in touch with him, wanting him to sign the papers and sell him the rights to his story, because according to his words, that's what they do when they want to take your story and make it into a movie. So I'll just leave it at that. He was dropping some bombs, and it's very, very intriguing what he said. If you haven't checked out that video, that interview, go check it out. And he knows, as an editor as well, he knows these things, and he was privy to that in the interview talking about this. So that right there has just sparked this book to increase. It had 154% increase in sales over the last week. But these numbers, man, and again, this is another one that when Cover Price reported on the high CGC 9.8 earlier this week, I think this one was like 700 and something too. High CGC 9.8 sold for $999. $999. That was a newsstand, but keep in mind, this book is from 1984. There was still more newsstands than there were direct, although newsstands did get ripped up and sent back, so we don't have an accurate number of each book and how many newsstands there might be out there. But I do want you to take that with a grain of salt, that it was a newsstand rather than a direct. Now, here's the thing. I bought a high grade that was probably anywhere from like a very fine near mint, maybe anywhere from an 8.5 to a 9.2. I don't think I pressed it up, but I probably could give it a press. I paid $20 for it. A high raw this week sold for $120, best offer accepted. So I would still assume, it's still above the $100 mark. But there was a $104 winning auction as well. So this book in a high grade, and again, this is raw, so the grade is going to be subjective. It could be anywhere. When you talk about high grade, it could be anywhere from probably a 9.0 to a 9.8 possibilities. This book is now crossed over the $100 mark in the high raw category. And this is just with loose speculation and fans saying they can definitely do this. And now with a conversation with Jim Shooter saying there's something going on to where I think they're trying to get the rights to the story so they can make a movie out of it. That's big, but it's no confirmation. It's no announcement. Again, this is just another one of those things. Now, keep in mind, too, this is the first appearance of the Beyonder in, non-physical form. But in the start of the storyline. So it's not just that it's a #1 of the miniseries, of the story arc. It's the Beyonder's first technical appearance. That means something. So watch out for this book. If you are willing to take the risk in the investment, it might be a good time to start looking at this. If you're interested, it was a good time a year or two ago when I was talking about it. But the thing that can happen right now is this. Jim Shooter could say what he said, and then we could get no announcement for the next year. And it may stagnate, and maybe the price doesn't rise. Maybe it cools off a little bit. But I don't think it's going to, when you get these things that happen, I always talk about new floors. Now, the floor that it was 2 weeks ago is never going to be that floor again. Even if this book cools off, because we don't get an announcement over the next year or so, or nothing else happens, okay, it might cool off. Natural ebb and flow of a market, it's never going back down to the flow because this mind state is out there now. So these next few months could be a very good time to think about this. And look at what Dan was just saying about the Eternals film opening up to even more cosmic stuff going on. And what is more cosmic than Secret Wars? So I don't know, guys. Hopefully there's some deals still out there. Again, this is another one. I would absolutely stay away from spending $800, $900, $1,000 on a 9.8. This is a 80s book, you know, technically the beginning of the Copper Age. So look, there's high grades out there. I would definitely recommend seeking out a raw, high grade, trying to get it pressed and clean and submitting it to hopefully get a 9.8.
In all the decades that I was collecting, that is the only series where I was literally on the edge of my seat waiting for the next issue. It was a 12-issue miniseries. It was absolutely brilliant. It was ridiculed because people didn't like Shooter at the time. That was inside baseball, inside politics at Marvel. But it was a fabulous series. I met Shooter about 4 years ago. He's very smart. He's got great business sense. But he's also very stoic. And he also doesn't pull any punches. If he said he's going to, whatever he's going to say, he's going to come out and say it. He doesn't mince any words. I hope he does get cashed out for this because he deserves it after what he went through at Marvel. But this is a fantastic series. But I'm with Chris. Don't pay high price for this. You can find this raw. It's worth getting even a mid-grade just to get the storyline for this. Your hardest one is going to be issue 8 for obvious reasons. That's the new Spider-Man suit.
Yep, absolutely. And you can still find these in bins too. They're still out there. So I take your time. So yeah, well, right there ends the top 10 hottest comics of the week based off cover prices data. We'll have a new and interesting list next week where Chris picks the 3 most interesting books from that list. And
any guesses? Any guesses for what's going to hit the top 10 next week?
Well, let me add before you finish off this top 10. So you asked me a question when I was on your show a while ago, Chris, about new comics. I'm now reading new comics, and one of the ones I got was Defenders 1. And I was looking for a couple things. One, how the new writers are connecting to bronze, silver, and copper. Yep. Defenders 1 is one of those ones where they're doing that. Another one is Symbiote Spider-Man, but that's another story. Yep. Get your hands on this Defenders 1. I won't ruin it, but it has Galactus tied into it. And especially get Defenders 2, which I believe comes out this week. I won't ruin it for you if you've not read it, but I think this could be an extremely big key leading into something very cosmic. And it's right on the shelf now. Get your hands on it. Don't pass it up.
Yep. I have the Momoko variant. That was, number 10 on the list this week. So
next week we're going to see a lot of Spider-Man books, guys. No doubt.
Yep.
No doubt.
Exactly.
And guys, I need to probably prepare for the next show. But before I go, there are two announcements, if I may. I'm going to be on with Sis Lordley from Spine Ticks on Comic Ozzy show. Comic Ozzy's just a great guy in the community.
Absolutely.
And we are going to talk about the Defenders. And it's a huge spec because I think the Defenders are on their way. And what we're going to talk about, amongst other things, is what to look for as these pieces start to come together. So it would be myself. Yes, go ahead, Chris.
Not the Netflix Defenders.
No. Oh, God, no. I shouldn't be a prude. I know. The real Defenders. But I think they're maybe 5-6 years down the road. But I think they will tap into them. So we'll talk about that. So that's on Comic Ozzy show on Monday, 4 o'clock Pacific, 7 o'clock Eastern. And I'm going to be on the Tony Sanders show in about 20 minutes, maybe less. By the way, at the end of the last episode, Tony himself called out both you gentlemen to be on his show. He wants you on his show. He also called out Mickey from Swaggle-Hoss. He's trying to get people who have good collections, who know their stuff, to be on the show. It's a fun way to display your comics. You know, it's I really like what he's done, and they're just fun people to hang out with.
Absolutely, we are all about that. This community is great. You're great. Everybody's great. Before Chris has something to show, I think we're going to wrap this show up because we're having technical difficulties. There's some audio issues going on. My computer is just slow as molasses. And Dan's got to fire something about it.
I just wanted Tony is in the house. Tony Trombetta from EGS. So I just wanted to show some love. We were talking about
Gorgeous.
you earlier, Tony.
They were
So-
gorgeous. I did criticize Tony, and we can talk later. But
Yeah,
those
definitely.
were really nice looking books. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us this week. It's been a fun week. We really appreciate you each and every Friday. We will be back again next week, and it will be another fun show. That's all. That's what we can promise you guys. Be good to everybody. Chris, Dan, any parting words?
Dan.
No, my agent says don't say anything until we renegotiate the contract. So
you owe us money. Sorry, bud.
I just want to say that. Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Am I good? Okay. I just want to say again, guys, I've had a hell of a few weeks, and I appreciate the outpour from everyone on my channel here on Comic Book Canon and the support of the community. Dan, even you being here tonight. So I just want to say thank you. I've not only been displaced from my home, but I've kind of been displaced mentally and spiritually and emotionally as well. But when I come here, it's, every week I felt so out of it. But the last few weeks, every show we do, I get more into it and more feeling myself, and being a part of this is helping me pull me into that. So I just want to thank you all. And of course, Jeff, for us to be able to do this every week. Big things to come. I should be back home, hopefully in less than 2 weeks, fingers crossed. So I'll have my my set, and then everyone here, Jeff, we're going to be watching your transformation over the next few weeks.
I
awesome.
need suggestions, everybody. There's a lot going on. It's the basement. It's dingy. It's dirty. It will get cleaned up, and I'm going to have my little studio in here, and a whole bunch of other things as well. So.
Take your time. That's what I did with what's behind me here. It was just I started to put one thing and then another thing. Before you know it, there it is.
No, I need it all now. I'm not kidding. I need it done now. And I know it's impossible, but it's my thought right now. All right, everybody. Be good to each other. Be good to yourself. And we will see you next week on Comic Book Canon. Peace out.